What's going on, folks? Been a couple of days, but I had to talk to you guys today. First of all, I got word, but I wanted to ask a question because, I was really excited. I was looking at a lot of stuff and researching, and I find myself going down these paths of research and, losing myself on these paths. And I wonder how many of you people out there in the world society, I'm speaking about any country, any nation, how many of you out there really know what's going on? Are you really paying attention? I've been talking to you guys about so many things. And I know you're not listening, because the small amount of people that, do engage this channel, I appreciate you guys and the new subscriptions. But it's only a few of you, comparatively to, a bigger world societal landscape. You get what I'm saying? So the majority of the population will undergo these series of events that will take them out of here. And they're doomed to the ultimate salvation that the blessed will receive. And, you guys love going online and you love looking at, challenges and all this stupid foolishness and stuff and fights and all this sensational shit. And I pay attention to how many views certain things get. There are millions of views for, fuzzy cat videos. Even though I love the cats, aren't a great one. Even though I love the cats, the things that are important, you guys just don't focus on. And I just saw something today that was really amazing. But I understand from my position, I understand about all of this and what's going on, folks. And just to watch it transpire. There was something going on and it's still going on. You guys can Google it. As a matter of fact, I would recommend you go Google this because you have to see it to believe it. But in China, there's a loud grunt from the land. Now, I want you guys, when you Google it specifically, Google noises in China. Google noises in China. And what you'll find is some footage, or you'll get some video footage, various sources of footage that will show you an area in China, a vast area, an open range of area. And there's this loud sound emanating from the bowels of Mama Earth. And you hear the Chinese people having a little dialogue in the video. You can hear them talking and, they have the closed caption. I believe I saw it that way. But they were saying something about, that the gates of hell have been opened. And as a matter of fact, the presenter of the video, another person whom I deem as awake, and there are many of you who are awake, and I like to see that. Is and there are specific people that I'm paying attention to, that I'm recognizing that seem to have these advanced ideas, and they're cooking with gas on some level. But this person put up a video, and it was about China, and you know who you are, and I thank you for that video because it was very enlightening. To see that, folks, I want you guys to Google the noises in China or something to that effect. And tell me what you see. Or tell whoever, not me, but tell whoever, or you can comment, but tell whoever, or have a discussion with the person next to you. Let them view it and tell me what you think is what I'm really trying to say. See, a lot of you just don't think. A lot of you, are just grounded to this reality, and that's how we're telling who's who at this point, right? The people who go along with everything are literally grounded spiritually and physically to this plane of existence, but they're not even spirits, folks, not even on a spiritual level. They're more physically grounded, and these are the people who are the empty houses, folks. But if you listen to these sounds in China, and you hear this loud sound emanating from the land. I'm talking about loud decibels of sound. And it sounds demonic, quite frankly. It sounds like moaning. Now, I want you guys to look at that and you know, and get the context of everything, put it in context with everything that's going on right now and all of the supernatural things you have experienced, all of the things I have spoken on and that you have witnessed. And you know, this situation with us in general, this relationship we've gained so far is crazy in itself, right? Because I'm some guy on YouTube, and you know, it started out with a narcissism thing because I could not figure out the dark elements of other people and their minds and all of the things I had encountered in my own life. You know, the things that made me think about, you know, a bigger fight way before I even came into this enlightenment. And so that's important. And the reason why I'm talking to you about this is important because to see that and to hear the audio, right, and to visualize this landscape with this loud moaning coming from the far reaches of the depths of the earth, right, on a great one. And to know that there's some place, some hidden place that you don't understand, but you're physically, materially hearing these things, which means that the gates have been opened, which means that the spiritual realm and the physical realm have connected. Now, how do I know this? I am a walking embodiment of spiritual and physical connection, but I'm actually a spiritual being, you know, having a physical experience on some level, but the connection, right? You see it through me because I know the Most High. I talk to him every day. And I'm mentored by the great Son, on a great one. I'm mentored by my great family in the heavens. I bear witness to amazing things, miraculous things on a daily basis, folks. You know, I am privy. There's a giant hornet right here that's literally right here next to me, and it just flew past my ear. And it has a little nest perched somewhere, and it's doing something, and it's not bothering me at all. Huge hornet. As a matter of fact, it went into a nest, so there's a nest of hornets that I'm sitting right next to, and they have not bothered me at all. Have seen them swarm around me and just go about their business. I'm moving about, but they know me, folks. That is my blessing. So when I'm talking to you today, I'm trying to get you to understand that the time is running out, and I'm sure I wanted you to see that visual so you can hear that sound. Just like any of your top-rated horror movies or any of these thrillers that you've seen that have frightened you in your movie theater days when we could go to movie theaters and shit and comfortably. When you guys would go check out these flicks and you'd be afraid because you would see something, right, that would terrify you. And this is real life. And I want you to understand that this is showing you that that we're moving in this direction, and it's very steady. You know? Very steady. Now, how many of you want to stay in this society and deal with the shit of current? How many of you appreciate the leadership on any level, anywhere that you are in this world society, which is all bullshit? They're all the same, you know, hand, folks. And so a lot of you are going along skilly-do, you know, you're doing everything these people tell you to do. You're selling your souls, you're squatting. I mean, you're letting the squatters squat in your homes, which are your vessels, which are your bodies. And I've seen people speak on these things on YouTube. So that they have some level of enlightenment that I appreciate. They haven't quite yet got to that next step, which is actually sitting and, you know, congregating with the heavens on a daily basis, folks. 24/7. And that kind of thing, when I was talking to y'all about in the last video about being protected and knowing your positions and stuff and your duties. A lot of folks I've looked at on YouTube have talked about duties, and a lot of them have done some really interesting things. Some of these radical people who are waking up around the world society, and maybe we'll all join up one day on some level. I'm sure we are, because if I'm paying attention to them, it's for a reason. The Most High is directing me, folks. So, you know, I look at all the stuff that's going on, the conflicts and stuff, and, you know, all of this stuff. And this guy, you know, they had a lot of these marches going on the last couple of days. And, you know, it was like a revolutionary type of feeling, folks, where people are just fed up on a level where they're fighting back, they're protesting, they're saying no more to bullshit. And people who are in enlightenment seem to realize that 2020 is not going to be a year for bullshit, which is what I told you. Now, you may have heard that from someone else. And I do appreciate the movements, right? But I was looking, you know, this person, and I had to jot this down because I appreciated what they went into, you know, doctrine, and they went into maybe one of the ancient books, maybe the Book of Enoch or something, if I'm not mistaken. And I just wonder, you know, to read a passage. And this was a passage from the Most High. I give you praise, Lord. I devote this work. And I'm going to get into some things. And this is why I wanted to read this. It goes, I am the voice of God, who is the voice of all men, the ruler of their hearts. I have many aspects, and I come differently to all men. I am the God of many faces. To you, my servants, I give these words, that they may be carried to all men. Now, I'm going to break down a few of those sentences, and then I want to come back to some things we've talked about in the past.